All right, so for all my leather lovers out there, today we're going to be taking a look at the Bullstrap luxury leather case for the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Now, I do have this in the bourbon color, which is like a dark brown, and we'll get into all the colors that it comes in a second, but for right now, let's take a look at the box. So on the front, you do see our bourbon Bullstrap case right there. It does say luxury leather case, a little bit of Bullstrap branding. Now on the back it says don't put this case down with some information right there. It does come with a limited lifetime warranty. It tells you about their quality, their precision, etc. And you can scan the QR code down here to learn a little bit more. But that's pretty much all we get. Down here on the bottom it shows you a little color. On the side it does say full grain and genuine leather with a Bullstrap logo there and a Bullstrap logo there. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take this out. Now you just pull this little tab here, get this out, and inside of the box we get this. You get a little free mystery product with your next order if you want to scan that and do that. Not a fan of mystery, scan below if you know what you want. Whatever, just a little ad card, so you can feel free to check that out. And nothing else in the box here. Set that to the side. And now we do get our case. So usually this little tag here, it says remove the tag to make it official. It usually comes attached to the case, but I've been using this for a few days and I already took it off. So I'll set that to the side. And here it does say made from the highest grade of materials available. Your Bullstrap iPhone case will come to life with age. Enjoy your journey. And here you get a little bit more information and a sticker. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at our case. So starting on the back, now if you guys can see, the first thing that I noticed when I took it out is obviously you're going to get a little bit of these like faint lines going across because this is full grain leather. This is real 100% leather. So you know, every single leather case will not look exactly the same. It's going to have these little fine details on it, and that's how you know it's real leather. You know, if it was just printed right from the factory, no issues, not a real material or like a vegan leather or anything, it wouldn't look like that. So yes, 100% full grain leather, which is really nice. So on the back, you obviously get this amazing leather texture, and as soon as you open this box, I mean, it hits you right in the face. It smells just like a leather factory. You're walking in as if they were making some kind of leather furniture, phone cases, whatever the case may be. Crazy leather smell. And if you set this down and you smell your hands, they're going to smell just like leather, which I really like. I don't know if that's for everybody, but very nice touch. I love the way that this case smells and that it smells like, honestly, even when you're using it for the first few minutes, you can definitely smell the leather, which is really nice right out of the box. So anyways, you do get your little Bullstrap logo there, your camera protection, and moving along to the inside, you get this very nice, super soft microfiber material in there to protect the back of your phone. You do have your MagSafe magnet, and inside it says Bullstrap, designed in Boca Raton and assembled in China. Now, no real other kind of protective material or anything going around here. All you're gonna get is just that leather. And boy, I'll tell you, I can still, even though I've been using this for a couple days, still smell that leather. So very nice smell on here. So let's go ahead and bring our scale over here and weigh this. Let me see, bring this in grams. And just to compare it real quick, I know somebody's gonna ask, let's go ahead and compare it directly to the Andar Aspen. So now this one is 37 grams, and we'll take that off and weigh the Aspen. The Aspen is 38 grams. I think it's, one sec, 37. So they are going to be the same weight case. So that is definitely something you guys can expect, that if you pick up a Bullstrap or an Aspen, they're the exact same weight, which is nice. So anyways, let's go ahead and take our black titanium 15 Pro Max into the case and we'll see how it fits. Now, first and foremost, let's listen for that click. Now this is a leather case, so it's not really going to be a too loud of a click, but you know, it's there, but it's not the most pronounced click in the world. Either way, though, you do need to know that this case is on there. It's on there tight, and it is a very good fit on the case. Now, before we move forward, let's go ahead and talk about what colors it comes in. Now, this is going to come in, this is the bourbon color, dark brown. It's going to come in a black, dune, which is like a beige taupe kind of color, sienna, which is like a light brown kind of case, South Beach, which is a pinkish salmon kind of color, a ocean color, which is darkish blue, and Maverick, which is an olive green. So ton of different color combinations that you guys can do. And honestly, I think any single one of them is going to look good on any of the phones. Maybe the dark blue iPhone may not look as good with all the phones, but I think all the other ones Maybe the dark blue, the blue titanium iPhone won't look as good with all the cases as the other phones, but either way, that blue looks so similar to the black that I think it'll look good in any color. Any color phone will look good with any color of the Bullstrap cases. So let's go ahead and take a look around the sides of the case. Now, on the top hand side, it is completely closed. On the left side, we do have our action button, volume up and down. And these are stainless steel buttons. That is what Bullstrap says on their website. These are stainless steel, so they are going to have a very nice click to them, which, speaking of which, let's click those and see how they are. Very nice clicky buttons. The only thing I'm not a huge fan of with the buttons is that they're kind of like raised up, but almost not raised up. It's a little bit weird. I do wish they were a little more pronounced and raised out of the case itself, but it almost looks like they're trying to be directly flush with the leather. They're just a tiny, tiny bit sticking out of the leather. So that is something to note, but no issues with clicking them in your pockets or finding the buttons. You can definitely feel them pronounced. I just wish they were a little bit more pronounced, but that's not the biggest deal in the world. And moving down to the bottom, we do have a wide open bottom except the corners here, and the right hand side is completely closed in, and you do have that power button, which is also stainless steel and also kind of not flush with the case, but you know what I'm saying. So anyways, let's go ahead and move back to the bottom real quick, and that's where my first and kind of biggest issue with this case comes from, and that's this bottom edge right here. Now, I get they want to keep this bottom open, which I do wish it was closed in, but you know, this bottom edge here it's not that it's sharp, it's just so deep. If you guys can see how deep the phone sits in there, when you're holding it like this, which is how you guys know that's how I hold my phone, after a few minutes, you really feel it on your pinky. Like I said, it's not sharp, but just with the weight of the phone and the case and just that deep edge, it really digs into the meat of your finger right there, and you can feel it. After a few minutes of using this, I did notice my finger was kind of getting a little bit tired, so I wanted to switch hands. But if you're somebody who uses a pop socket or anything like that, you shouldn't have that issue. Or if you hold your phone a little bit of a different way, you may have a different, experience with it. But for me, this is the way I use the case on the daily basis. For me, I did notice that bottom edge is a little bit deep and a little bit too, I don't even know how to say it, but it digs into your finger. So Bullstrap, if you guys are listening, we would really love, at least I know I would really love a closed-in bottom here. I think that would make this case significantly better if this bottom was just closed in. But that's not what we have right now, so let's continue. Now, moving along to how this case fits on the phone, and it's a leather case, full-grain leather. It's going to have a really good, really tight fit. It takes a good bit of force to even get it to move a little bit. Even around the buttons there, obviously there's nothing on the bottom, but the top edge, everything is a really nice tight fit on here. Let's test out those corners real quick. We can pop that on. 1, 2. These are a little bit more relieved to take off rather than the top corners. So if you are taking this off, I would probably recommend just starting from the bottom, taking it off that way, and you'll be good to go. So I found it a little bit difficult to take off from the top, but it's not the biggest deal. Like I said, you take it off from the bottom, no issues. But either way, good click around all 4 corners onto there, especially the top corners, so you know it's a nice secure fit. Now, how does this case feel in the hand? And besides the fact that at the bottom, that edge right there, I would say it feels really good in the hand. I do wish it was maybe a little bit thinner. I prefer more so like how the thinness of the Aspen is, but this isn't a comparison video, which, by the way, side note, if you guys want a comparison between the Andar Aspen and the Bullstrap, let me know in the comments below. I think a lot of people would be interested in that, but let me know either way. I'm gonna set the Aspen off to the side. But anyways, there's no like weird coating or anything like that on here. It does feel very nice in the hand when you're holding it, like I said, except for that bottom edge there. But other than that, I've been enjoying using this case. Now, before we move on to MagSafe, let's take a look at that screen lip and the camera lip for protection. So I am using a tempered glass screen protector, and we can turn this a little bit and see that you do get a tiny, tiny bit of a lip on the screen. So I would be a little bit careful setting this down on its screen, But, you know, if you're on a flat surface like a desk or anything, you can set this down and it'll be good to go. But again, leather cases are not there for your crazy drop protection. They're not there for your, you know, scratching, any of that stuff. But it's not going to be your OtterBoxes. It's not going to be your, you know, phone Rebels, your D-brand grips, anything like that. This isn't that kind of case. But anyways, moving along to the camera lip. Here, let's go this way. You do have a pretty nice, pretty decent camera lip right there. I do wish it was a little bit more pronounced, but you definitely can set this down on its back without any worries or issues of anything scratching up your camera. Now, let's go ahead and test the MagSafe one here. Now, we'll bring over the Apple leather MagSafe wallet, and this should be a really good connection on here. The MagSafe on this case is pretty good, so let's try that out. Nice click onto there. There we go, MagSafe animation. And let's see, if you do, now, here we go. If you, because I'm assuming it's because it's this leather on leather material, if you are gonna, you know, give it a little bit of movement, eventually this will come off with a little bit less force than I would like. It's not super easy to get off, but, you know, moving it a little bit, it will come off. So that is something to note with your leather and your fine woven Apple MagSafe wallets or other companies' wallets that you use. Now, moving on to the Apple MagSafe battery pack, put that on. There's our animation. And with this one, it's definitely on there a lot better. Let's go ahead and give it a shake. Now, I'm terrified of damaging my desk and continuing to have these battery packs fly and create little nicks and dings into the desk. So I'm going to go ahead and put my hand under there. But you can shake it pretty hard without this coming off. So pretty good MagSafe strength on there. And you can even grab it by the MagSafe battery pack and give it a little shake like that. But you do have to push that off kind of for it to come off. So that is really good on the case here. Now, finally, bringing over our Anchor 623. Let's go ahead and set that down. And let's check out the test. So now it's going to pick up the bass. Let's see how much we can shake it. Not too much, but it'll definitely, you know, give it a little bit of a shake before it comes off. Not too crazy, but of course, you know, nobody's really shaking their phone mounts or their car mounts or anything like that. And let's give it that 360-degree rotation. Pretty good strength on there. You can feel really comfortable with this being on your nightstand on your phone mount or in the car on the mount. You can sit here, tap it all around, and it's not going to come off or anything like that, whether you're in portrait mode. I pulled that off. Whether you're in portrait mode or landscape mode, you can sit here and tap it around and it'll be good to go. So one thing I have to mention is that they do have a lifetime warranty on these cases, which is really nice. So basically, if you're out and about, you drop your case, you get a nice little chunk out of it because it is leather. That will happen if you drop it, you know, hard enough. You get a little nick in it, whatever. Bullstrap is going to offer you a limited lifetime warranty where if something happens to this, they will replace it for you guys. So I really do like that about it. But let's get into the other thing that I really don't like, which doesn't necessarily, it's not directly on the case, but it's the price of the case. Now, we're talking $90. And I get it. It's a full grain leather case. It's made really well. It's made, you know, diligently. It smells great. Everything is great about it. But I mean, $90, come on. That's a phone case. We're talking about a lot of money for a case. And whereas you can even get for half of the price almost an Aspen. You can get also another full grain leather case with great buttons, with great MagSafe, with about the same level of protection for almost half the price. So, I mean, on their website, I have found it on sale, and it's on sale right now, which I'll leave a link down in the description below to it that you guys can check out. It's $75. So that's a lot better than $90, but it's still full price. This is $90. So I would really like to see that price maybe go down to that $75 full time. $90 is a little too much for me, but I know how much people love this case. They swear by Bullstrap, and it's a great case. It's not a slippery case. When you first take it out, it is a little bit more slippery than when it is after you've used it, but give it 20 to 30 minutes, and I promise you, it's not going to be nearly as slippery. When I first took it out of the box, and I did have the Bullstrap last year for the 14 Pro Max, when I first took this one out of the box, I was like, wow, this isn't, you know, as grippy as I would hope, but I used it for 30 minutes, no issues whatsoever. And this has actually been on my phone nonstop for 2 days before shooting this video, just so I can really get it molded to the phone because it is leather. It's going to kind of mold a little bit to your phone, just like a leather shoe would to your foot after a while, or a leather belt, leather wallet, whatever the case may be. But you know, I've let this mold onto my phone. I like the buttons. I like everything about it except for that bottom edge right there. But I don't know if I can recommend this over something like the Aspen where the price is so much different. But either way, I know a lot of people love this Bullstrap case, including me. I really have been enjoying using it. So yes, I do recommend it. The link to it will be down in the description below. So let me know what you guys think about it. I know you guys are going to have a field day in the comments. Some of you Bullstrap lovers are really going to go into the comments. So I'm excited to hear what you have to say about the Bullstrap. Let me know. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.